7, 4.
Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy Casket here, back at it again with another motherfucking live stream. It's the Casket King Crew podcast, and I'm here with the
Podcast.
boys.
Yo.
We're the boys.
The boys.
Yeah, that's us. That's who we are.
And if you're wondering why I'm covered with a blanket, it's because I didn't feel like wearing pants today.
And everybody would see that on stream.
Yes.
That's okay. I oftentimes don't feel like wearing anything, and I just walk around naked.
We've got one. I have a question to ask for the fans, but we only got one viewer, and I don't know if that's me because I am watching this on my phone.
Then let it be, let it be. Let's just let's chill. Let's give it like 5-10 minutes. Let people come in. Let's just have talk time.
Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip.
Let it rip. Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip. Come on, Dronzer, go!
You know, I saw some Star Wars Beyblades once.
Were they official?
Yeah, they were.
Bro. I wonder how good they were in, battling.
I don't know, they were like plastic.
I'll tell you right now, man, like, as a kid, when I had a Beyblade, and I would send it out to the arenas, I don't know why, but I always felt like if I had more energy, I could make it spin quicker. So I'd be all energetic while it was battling.
Yo, we got a $10 dono from my Florida's
What?
Pig. Happy Saturday, my dude.
My Florida's Pig!
Woo!
We love you, man.
Join.
My man.
My man.
My man with the plan, Mr. Floyd.
So when's your birthday, Big C?
My birthday's June 6th, little C.
Damn! What day does that fall on?
I want to say Friday.
Is it next Friday? No, it ain't next Friday.
It is. It's not next Friday. It's the Friday after that.
Ooh, so that means that Saturday we're going to have to do a birthday stream for the Casket Crew podcast. Yes.
Casket, have you been updating your water heater donation ticker?
I have. I gotta add that $10 in when I get a chance.
It feels like it's been $1,075 forever, though. Maybe I'm wrong, but
No, I just updated it like a week ago.
Yeah, when is there any new information on fixing your water?
Not really. At this point, I'm not sure if we're even going to.
Why?
I don't want to talk
Then you
about
can't-
it on stream.
then you can't add it to the donations, though. That's
Okay,
can't do it,
question.
dude.
Do you still have running water?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you get the floor fixed in your bathroom?
For the most part,
Can you take a poo?
yeah.
Alright, then you're good. Then you're good, buddy.
I made a poo-poo. Yay!
Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip.
Let it rip.
Now imagine this, Casket. What if they fused Beyblade with Yu-Gi-Oh?
How
Where
could they do
every- Okay, imagine this. Imagine they had Beyblade cards, and every time you played one, you'd have to have a Beyblade match, and whoever won would get a reward or a punishment. Wouldn't that be cool?
They kind of did something similar with Pokemon and these spinning figures.
You know what? I'm tired of Pokemon, except for Squirtle.
How can you
And
get
except-
tired of Pokemon, dude? There's so many of them.
Because until Pokemon releases a game that has all the freaking Pokemon,
Which I'm
and
hoping
isn't,
they do for Generation 10. They'd be stupid not to.
and they need to not only do that, but they also need to add voice acting
That'll never
to the
happen.
damn game. Well, then I'm tired of it. They're taking the lazy route every time. I want to see a Pokemon game where they are like, instead of doing the basic bitch thing that they have to do to make money, I want to see them like really get creative and really put a love into the game.
Well, they're putting an extra year into Gen 10, so it's gotta be something.
When's it come out? 2027?
Comes out next year.
Mm.
It'll be this is the longest we've gone without a mainline game.
I wonder what if the extra year is just to make more DLC so you can buy it later.
I don't know.
Well, I want a game with voice acting and all the Pokemon in a fun 3D world. That's a multiplayer. Come on, everybody's fucking wanted this for years, damn it. Come on, Pokemon. Easy moneymaker.
They'll never do it.
Why? They answer my question, why?
Because they hate our money for some reason.
Yeah, so, I mean, can you understand why I'm, like, F Pokemon right now?
Yeah, I guess.
Alrighty. Coughing with Casket King, brought to you by Asthmatic. Do you have COPD? Do you want to cough like the king? Then buy our pill today. It does absolutely nothing.
Exactly.
In fact, it doesn't exist.
We got a message from Terminal. Yo, bro, do you still do breadings? Unfortunately, I do not.
But why, though?
Because I got tired of having breadcrumbs in my keyboard.
Damn. It's like someone coming up to you and say, yo, bro, do you want to make, like, $10 in 5 minutes? And you're like, no, bro, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to make $10 in 5 minutes, but I don't want to.
I off my knees once today. I can't get back on them.
Minutes, it's 10 seconds.
Damn.
I agree with Krusty. I think you should go back to doing breaded, and you should go back to doing breaded because remember when you were doing breaded, sometimes you would refuse to make a breaded video and you'd give the money back. And I think that's a good caveat that you have there. So if you ever had to make a breaded video that you said, hey, I'm not into this, or I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't want to be a part of something that I don't want to be a part of, then you wouldn't have to be.
Yeah.
It is an easy way to make money, and I think you have more fans now than you had when you were actually making the breaded videos. I don't know. Also, you don't have to use those old. You don't have to use the old stale bread pieces. You probably have bread handy at most points. I don't know.
I wonder if I can buy a fake slice of rubber bread.
Yes, you can.
I may need to look into that.
You could maybe buy like a fake slice of like bread made out of diamond, and then that could be an investment that you could pay off through the videos.
Oh god.
Yeah, diamond bread.
What is this, Minecraft?
Mm-hmm.
Can you give your review? You've now watched the video outside of your channel, but can you give your review? Can you give your review of the Minecraft movie?
Well, I tried watching it for the first time. I got exactly 20 minutes in, and I said I can't watch this shit anymore. I'm done. And then I had to come back and watch the movie anyway, so then I watched the movie, and yeah, you know what? It was as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, what did you think about the town guy who went into the real world?
I guess it was kind of funny.
Hold on, did you see the after credit scene with him?
No, dude, there was no extra credit scene. We went all the way through them.
What? No, did you see the scene where he was talking like human words?
No.
You missed the extra credit scene.
Dude, fast forwarded through the credits. There was none.
There is too. I saw it in the frickin' theaters. Carrie did too.
Well, Krusty, that's hard for me to believe that you saw something.
Carrie,
Mm-hmm.
did the town guy in the Minecraft movie at the end in the extra credit scene speak in the human words?
Yes.
See?
Oh, that's just Frog.
He talked like a smart genius guy.
And then she started talking like a meat.
Yeah, and then she started talking in Minecraft language.
It's Jeff. He's here.
Wow,
for the
Savior.
podcast. It's Jeff.
Insert applause sound effect. Yeah.
I listened to the last 20 seconds of what you're talking about. There is a deleted scene at the end of the movie. I just didn't want to watch it. Yes.
What are you talking about? Casket never saw that. What are you even talking about?
Told you.
No, he didn't see it because I didn't show it to him. Like, I just didn't want to. I was so done with the movie. I'm just like, yeah, there's no deleted scene. We're done.
Casket, can you give an apology to Krusty King?
Why should I give an apology to Krusty? I didn't do anything.
Because you told him that he was wrong.
I mean, he was right. There is a deleted scene at the end of the movie. I lied to you and said there wasn't because I wanted to be done with the movie.
All right. It is what it is. Here's the thing, though. Here's what I want to know. Ranking all of Jack Black movies, where would that fall?
It's not on the top 10,
Oh.
I give you that.
Oh. No, wait, I saw a Jack Black movie that was worse. What's the one where he's like on a pirate ship or he's like shipwrecked on an island or something?
What?
Oh,
I
is
love that one.
Is it
Oh my
Gulliver's
god, that movie was
Travels?
terrible. Was he in that?
Yes, he's Gulliver.
One of the worst movies I've ever seen.
When did that come out?
Years ago.
2010.
Based off of the Jonathan Swift novel. That's great. But yeah, that was horrible. I agree.
Yeah, Minecraft was better than that movie for sure.
Wow.
I'll agree to that.
So it's still not his worst. That's something.
That's
What's
like
a good
I've heard
Jack
you
Black
before. I've heard you before talk about Jim Carrey's Mr. Popper's Penguin. Mr. Popper's Penguins. Is that in the same category of beloved actor does horrible movie
You know,
based on literature?
Speaking of all these movies, I found my big binder of DVDs today of movies.
I remember that.
I must have
Yeah.
100 movies in there.
You know what? I hate to interrupt you. Casket, you also found something today that I was literally floored. I was dumbfounded when you said you had found this thing.
The
Can you
Purple
tell the
Plush
audience?
has returned. Dun, dun, dun.
That famous plush that Casket threw away, quote unquote, and has never seen again, he found.
No.
I don't think he
Actually,
brought it to his new place. I think there's like a Cape Fear kind of situation where the doll like went under the car and it was just hanging on as they traveled to the next destination.
Yeah.
Well, I just wonder now. I didn't actually say it to Casket, but I wonder if Casket's mom kind of like boxed everything up, even in his own room, because it must have stayed in his room, but he didn't. I don't know. Maybe the dog took it somewhere else.
Maybe the dog brought it back whenever the dog came back on the
That's
when
true.
it came back.
Yeah.
Then why would I have only have found it now?
Casket did say though it wasn't a box. Why were you opening new boxes today? Were you like,
I
hey,
was
I need
going
to?
through shit looking for shit.
He put the doll inside of his shoes though. I said,
Oh.
take it out of there. It's gonna smell like your shoes now.
Yeah.
He said, nope, that's where it goes.
That's assuming my shoes stink, thank you.
Buddy, your shoes
They
stink.
do.
Don't lie.
That's an easy bet,
Oh, come on,
Casket.
these are like brand new shoes.
Have you ever worn them without socks?
Once or twice.
Then they stink.
Oh
That's
my
all it takes.
gosh. Even if you wear them with socks, once or twice, I would say they stink. But man, why did you put it inside the shoes. It was like
Well, I wanted to make
so.
sure the dog didn't grab it.
Again.
I think this is a dog toy at this point.
Yeah.
If it
Do you
were a
love
dog,
the
if
little?
it were a dog toy, it'd be missing it just
7:15 p.m.
Well,
non-existent.
did it
Do
have
you
any notes
love?
written, like in the box whenever you opened it?
No, no notes.
Like something like you tried to throw me away, now I'm going to throw you away.
Yeah,
No,
this is your
nothing like
haunted
that.
doll.
What if you found a note like that? Would you freak out?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Just a little. Ah, that's scary. Now sit on my shelf.
It's like, yeah,
You know what? In
sit on my shelf.
private before the call started, and when it was just Casket and I talking, Casket shared with me something that I said, "Well, we need to get the crowd's approval for this." Casket said, "Well, why don't you share, Casket, what you're thinking about doing?"
I'm gonna be real honest with you, I don't remember.
You're thinking about cutting your hair.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking
You
about
should.
possibly cutting my hair.
Are you
And
gonna go with
Casket,
Mohawk?
Don't do a buzz cut. Don't do a buzz cut though.
well, okay,
Leave
Casket,
a
I
little bit of
asked
length.
Casket about this. It wouldn't be a buzz cut, but he did say that he does always get like a number 2 all over. And I said, "Well, are you going to go?" I said, "Are you going to go to a barber shop or do it at home?" He said, "Well, I go to a salon. And they charge me less because I get a number 2 all over and it's so easy." But then he said, "Then I give them a tip of $10 to $15." But I said,
Holy shit.
"Cassie, just do it on your own. If it's that easy, you could do it
But
yourself."
look, my hair ruins the clippers. I keep having to buy new electric clippers.
I bet that's because you buy really cheap clippers.
No,
Yeah,
I bought the
dude.
good kind before. They fucked up right away.
No way. You're
Yeah, they
going
had to
too
return
fast,
it.
man. You're going too fast. Go slow.
Oh,
Yeah, dude, you've got to
I
wash
have
your
another
hair before you
hypothesis.
cut it.
Yeah, I think maybe his hair is too greasy and he hasn't washed it enough.
That's true, too. Casket says he hates wet hair, so he never... Even when he bathes, he doesn't wash the hair because he hates wet hair. You gotta have wet hair, Casket.
Let's be real, Casket. The reason why you want to do this is so that you can have a woman touch you. Your touch starved. You need it.
What am I? Wait, why am I doing this for a woman? What am I doing?
To have a woman touch you.
So I'm getting
Have
a
a hair
haircut
mistress.
to get a woman to touch me.
Yeah, you keep
That
saying
makes
how
no- that
touch
makes no
starved you
sense
are.
to me.
Well, it's the cheapest way to get it done. $15.
The person cutting your hair will be a woman, Krusty said.
Yeah, what if you got a man?
I,
Would he have to leave?
I don't care.
Okay.
I'm just getting a haircut. I don't understand what
Right,
the problem
Casket.
is.
Casket. How about
Wait.
this?
If you're going to a salon, why don't you actually like vary it up and do like shorter on the sides, more length on the top, or like style
Well,
it in
maybe
some
I
way?
will. Usually I
Yeah,
just
do it.
shave the whole thing off.
And can I suggest pay and have them wash your hair before they cut it?
Well, they always do.
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
Yeah, because I mean, they will give you a really deep hair wash. Does anybody else like it when someone else washes your hair?
I've never had that service.
I love it. That is I will go there and pay for that and not even get my hair cut.
Casket, what if Wendy's started offering haircuts?
I'd be really confused.
Would you go there?
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe if I can get a hamburger when I'm done.
What if it's like a combo? So you get a hamburger and like a cut, but like so it's cheaper, like it's economically a good option. But the downside is like you have to watch people. Like people are going to be watching you get your hair cut as they eat their food.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Cool.
What if it was like they didn't really have the facilities, so it had to be in the bathroom? So they just took you to the bathroom and said, "Okay, guys, sit in the toilet while we do the haircut." Would you sit on the toilet?
I don't know. How
It-
how
it-
clean is it?
This is
It's a
too far.
Wendy's toilet.
I don't like this hypothetical. It's only a fun
I don't
hypothetical when it's
remember
realistic.
asking Jeff about this question. And Casket didn't
Fine.
say that. He said, "How clean is it?" So he seems like he's into it. Would you do it?
Into it.
I think he would. I think, in the grand scheme of things, if Casket saw Wendy's is offering haircuts, next time we went to Wendy's, say, "Hey, I need a new haircut," and if they brought him to the bathroom and said, "Okay, you have to sit
I kind
here,"
of like the idea of the mohawk now that I think about it.
Yes. Mohawk. Mohawk. Mohawk.
Casket, what if Wendy cut your hair?
Yeah, she is still alive.
Or better yet, what if Dave Thomas cut your hair?
Oh, damn.
The CEO.
I'd be really impressed. I'm like, wow, I'm getting my hair cut by a CEO.
What if they told you that they're going to keep your hair and they can't tell you why?
Don't
Yeah.
care.
They just say for science, but they don't expand upon that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for science.
What if they package it up and as they're leaving, he gives like a maniacal, like villainous laugh as he's leaving?
I would also laugh maniacally with him.
Want that answer?
Wow.
That's a good laugh.
Oh my god. Dude, so Casket, your birthday's coming up pretty soon.
Hell yeah.
Do you have birthday gifts in mind?
There's a couple of things I do want.
All right, what's at the top of your list?
Man, there's like this keyboard and this like ceiling projector.
Well, I suggested the ceiling projector.
Yeah, but I think it's really cool.
Oh, you agree with me?
Yeah, I think it's really fucking cool.
Well,
So
'cause
that
you
way you
said
can
you
lay
wanted
back on your bed and watch movies?
Ooh.
No, it's like it projects like a galaxy, like star system all over your room, like on the ceiling, on the walls, and stuff like that.
Okay, that sounds cool.
Because he was initially going to put those like glow in the dark stickers on his ceiling. I'm like, nah, just get the full deal. This looks way
Go
simpler.
all in.
Yeah, this is way cooler.
How much is it?
It's like $30
think
right
it's-
now, I think.
Wow.
It's between 30 and 40. Depends if it's a sale.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
You have to turn off the lights though, and those like LED lights.
Well, yeah, I turn them off when I go to bed. I don't just leave them on when I go to bed.
Do you turn them on right when you wake up?
It
Or the-
depends. If I need to see something, I'll turn them on. But unless I forget, unless I realize they're not on, I'll forget to turn them on sometimes.
Do you always go with the blue?
This is actually the white setting. It just looks blue.
Oh wow!
Totally looks blue on the camera.
Yeah, I'll show you
Oh.
the blue setting.
What if you're colorblind and this actually... So there's a difference between blue and cyan.
Oh wow!
Maybe this is blue.
purple.
I mean, it's labeled with a W, so I'm assuming this is white.
Interesting. Wait, are your walls white or blue?
Blue.
Oh, okay.
that
there we
explains
go.
it.
Yeah, there we go. Answer.
You should have mentioned that from the beginning.
Oh.
Problem solved.
Mm-hmm.
Case closed, everybody.
Yeah. It was the butler all along.
Colonel Mustard.
Gasket,
All right,
you had an
everybody.
interesting idea for... Oh, go ahead.
I had an interesting idea for a segment. Woo!
It's the
Hooray.
segment.
I was given a pack of Pokemon cards today.
Wow.
It's 24 cards plus 1 foil. I wonder what I get.
Remember, these are the pre or repackaged cards.
Yeah.
These are the rejects.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm banking on nothing.
I bet I get something.
You get. I bet you get one hollow as it states on the
Let's
card.
see here.
What are repackaged cards?
Let's see here. Da-da-da.
Wait, are you looking through all of them? You gotta like go one at a time.
Well, I was really just gonna show the one foil card. The rest of these are just.
Oh, all right.
All right. And the foil card. Wait, what? Oh, those motherfuckers cheated me. It's a reverse
You didn't get one?
foil.
Oh, you got owned.
I got fucking
Yo,
cheated.
Yo, you
Son of
got
a
your
bitch.
smoked.
Never buy these. They're a fucking scam.
I told you as soon as you told me about it. Dude, you bought repackaged Pokemon cards. What did you expect?
Well, wait a second.
I-
I didn't buy shit.
Oh, someone sent those to you?
You could say that.
I still don't understand the concept of repackaged cards. What does that mean?
That means third-party companies buys bulks, and they repackage them and sell them. They can't label them as like from any specific set.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay. But it's a common practice for third-party companies to do that.
Well, that was a letdown.
How many cards? How many Pokemon, or let's say any sort of card, in terms of any sort of card game, do you think you've opened up in your entire life, Casket?
Well, if you count all the packs from the dollar store, I've probably opened more Pokemon cards than anything.
Wait, what happened to that one
Altogether.
What happened to the one Pokemon card you were gonna get graded? That was worth like $300.
It's somewhere safe. I know that.
Oh god.
No, look, I put it in a plastic sleeve, a soft plastic sleeve, then I put it in a hard plastic sleeve, and then I put it in a metal container.
And then I asked the drunk down the street to hold on to it.
That's exactly what I did. I said,
You gave it to the town alligator, and he's guarding it with his life.
yeah, he's guarding it with his life.
Why not get it graded?
I plan to at some point.
At some point is the key term.
You said I planned to get it graded at some point like 3 months ago.
Well, that's,
Yeah,
at some point
I don't know that,
it's yet to
Derek.
come.
I mean, that's money.
This is a recurring theme, Casket.
Yeah, it is. Patterns are showing.
Look, there's two things I'm good at, and they rhyme. It's procrastination and master. You know, let's just not get into the second one.
That sounds like a Norm Macdonald-esque joke right there.
Really, I came up with that myself.
That's a great one.
Pretty good, yeah.
Dude, Casket, you love Halloween, right?
I love Halloween. I absolutely do.
So last Halloween, you're supposed to do the how to rub your pumpkin video, and you didn't do it.
I didn't do it. I never found the right pumpkin.
You're a pumpkin
Does this go back to
snob.
the procrastination thing? Did you actually look for the pumpkin?
Well-
I looked every time I went to the store. I would look at the pumpkins every time, and I'd say none of these pumpkins are right.
That
Well,
was
that's
too fat.
interesting.
That was too skinny. That one's a whore. I mean, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Krusty, what are
It's
you
like-
doing in here with all these pumpkins?
But that's interesting that you bring that up because I haven't thought about that in a while. But Casket told me before October, I don't know when, he was like, I have this great idea for a new how to rub your pumpkin video. And I don't remember if he said then I need to find the right pumpkin.
And I
But then
haven't found the
October
right
went by.
pumpkin.
But he says he has this new idea. It's not just like a typical how to rub your pumpkin video. It's like this new clever idea that he's come up with, and he says, "I need to find the right pumpkin." I think I actually could imagine what idea he'd come up with. But if I'm
Wait,
thinking correctly, you're never going to find the right pumpkin.
I
Because
need to find the right shaped pumpkin.
I think you need to find a gourd, if what I'm thinking is correct.
You might be right. I might need a gourd.
Casket, do you
Right.
know the shape of the pumpkin you're trying to find?
Yes.
I want to see if this is realistic or not.
Pumpkins don't.
Yeah, they usually don't come in like distinct shapes other than round. I don't know
Right.
exactly.
Well, then I need to find something that's like a pumpkin.
I mean, you could just paint something orange.
Yeah, why don't you just like, yeah, buy a
Paint a
pumpkin,
banana orange.
yeah. Paint a banana orange and then paint the stem green or brown or whatever.
No, just get a gourd.
Oh, I get the. He didn't even tell me the concept, but I know what the concept is now.
I know
Yeah.
what the concept is. It's so simple. I don't even know what my dad's.
But wait, this is more absurd now. So he actually thought that he would find a pumpkin in that shape?
I've seen one before.
You've seen
you
a
haven't.
gourd.
Brother, where the fuck have you seen a pumpkin like that?
I can't remember. It was at a store or something.
In your,
It was
in
a
your fucking
gourd.
dreams.
Did you hallucinate it?
Maybe.
It's funny because I guarantee you were looking for these pumpkins at like Walmart or something. You were even looking at exotic places for pumpkins in these shapes. You knew you weren't going to find it.
This is too funny.
You're gonna have to like commission somebody to like handcraft your idea, ship it to you. It's gonna cost $400 probably.
Yeah, like those
Yeah.
watermelons that are square, cubic.
Yeah, the Japanese watermelons.
Yeah.
I actually found some watermelon seeds in my stuff today.
What?
Oh, are you gonna grow some watermelons?
Yeah, like next time I go to Walmart, I'm thinking of picking up a couple of seed packets. I got.
Oh, that's right. You were saying you were going to have a garden.
Casket the farmer.
I thought wouldn't it be cool if I recorded it for the channel?
You're gonna be the gardener, Mr. Green Thumb.
I asked you a very long time ago, years ago, though, if you could like start growing like beans, like elementary school students will just start like growing beans in little containers.
Yeah.
You said no. You said you wouldn't do it.
Those poor little bean plants never stood a chance.
No.
Every year, thousands of kids throw away living plants.
What I want to do is grow jalapenos.
Oh.
Are you gonna do real spicy ones?
I don't know. I was thinking about doing a couple different ones and seeing what took, you know?
You should
Are you into
do.
really spicy foods, Casket?
What if I sent you seeds to the Carolina Reaper?
That's too spicy for me. I've had that and it's too spicy.
You've had that?
Yeah, I have.
The plant
I've also had
itself, or like a
I've
hot
also had
sauce?
ghost peppers.
You've eaten an actual Carolina Reaper, or like a hot sauce that was
It was
based
like
in one
the
way.
tiniest piece of a Carolina Reaper. They're like, "Hey, try this. It's Carolina Reaper." I'm like, "It's a tiny piece. How bad could it be?"
You should eat the whole thing.
Oh, hell no. Fuck.
Yeah, you don't make that mistake. If you take a tiny piece, you never go back.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way it works.
Krusty, if you come down to Casket's place, you need to have an eating competition. See who finishes an extra large pizza first, and like film it for a
No,
video.
what we need to
Done.
do is do
That's-
the hillbilly skillet.
What the fuck is that?
It's amazingness. It's like 3 pounds of meat, vegetable,
Done.
potato, topped with 2 sunny side up eggs and bacon.
Bitch,
Have you ever-
that sounds so
Have you ever
easy to
finished
eat.
it in one sitting?
I have several times.
Oh, that's not a challenge, really. We want to do something where it's like you're not sure if you're going to finish it or not.
Well, it's interesting that you bring this up because before in the call we had before the podcast started, I was asking Krusty and Casket who could drink a gallon of water faster, and I believe Krusty said he
Krusty
could.
could. Yeah.
I don't. Maybe I guess. Maybe nowadays. But
If they were younger
and then
than
I
me, it would totally be me.
and then Krusty said he could eat a pizza faster than Casket, and I thought, no way.
Yeah, I would bet that too, actually. I mean, we could make this more interesting. We could take bets. I would bet the Krusty side.
That's a smart bet.
Historian, you can bet the Casket side.
I'm not a bettor. I'm not. I won't bet.
We'll bet $5.
But I will say,
Let it be a gentleman's bet. Bragging right.
I don't know. Everything I've heard of Casket is that he eats his food incredibly quickly, and I feel like, and I had said, okay, what if who can eat like a supreme size, not a supreme pizza, but like a huge pizza faster, quicker, for
All right, let's
$1 million.
Let's establish some rules here. Krusty, do you have a Hungry Howie's near you?
No way. Never even heard of it.
Damn.
This is this obscure thing Cassie keeps bringing up.
Have you heard of
It's
this
like-
obscure restaurant? Nope. No, I haven't.
Obscure, it's everywhere here.
But it's not like saying, like, do you have a Domino's?
Casket.
I love said it's everywhere here.
Casket. You happen to live in the state that has the largest variety because everybody comes to vacation there, so everybody wants their restaurant to be there.
Yeah.
So you have the biggest variety in Florida, in America.
I've heard that actually Ohio has like the biggest variety of fast food chains for some reason.
Yeah. Well, Florida's probably like top 5 or something.
Oh, it's definitely there. I mean, you've got a restaurant called Mother Cluckers. Like, I've never heard of that outside of you. Yeah, you've got the Heart Attack Grill, Mother Cluckers.
I thought that was only in Vegas.
No,
we got one in Florida too.
Yeah, the one.
Oh,
I think it's
God.
3 locations.
You eat free.
Have you been there, Cassie?
Dude.
No, I've never been there.
Go eat
You
for
want to go there?
Hell
I mean,
no. Their fucking
Why?
poster boys keep dying of heart attacks. I ain't gonna fucking eat there. Okay,
Oh my God.
Okay, I'll give it this. I would eat there once, but I would never go back.
I
It would be
think we
free
should
for you,
do a
big guy.
GoFundMe to go have Casket like get an apartment immediately next to Heart Attack Grill, and then he'd never have to pay for food ever again.
Exactly.
No, there's probably a stipulation. They have a stipulation in those things where, like, once you complete it once, you can't come back.
Are you kidding?
I'm pretty sure.
Unless you're the poster boy, which I hear they're looking for a new one.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yo, Heart
F
Attack
them.
Grill, if you want a poster boy, I'm open to discussion.
The thing is, I think if there was an eating competition between Casket and Krusty, Casket would like throw the lead. He'd be way ahead at first, but then he'd really slow down, and then Krusty would catch up in the long run and win.
I
That'd be
think
my
it's
prediction.
difficult to talk about right now, but I think if you're talking about in both of them in their primes, it's like Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight. It was just ridiculous. But if they're both in their primes, no way. Krusty's beating Casket. No.
Well,
Yeah,
the
if
thing
it
is,
was in my prime, no way Krusty would beat me.
Yeah.
well, here's
I
the thing,
agree.
Casket. We're dealing about today. This is the day.
I feel like Historian's hedging his bet or his prediction here.
Yeah.
But for today, if they had the competition today, who would you think would win? Would you still go Casket?
I don't know. I think
Ooh.
Krusty. It's weird to say, but I think Krusty is even in better eating shape than Casket today. But what if we made it into? What if it wasn't a agility test of who can do it faster, but it was who can eat more? Who do you
I'd
think
still
would
win.
win?
I would still go with Krusty.
I think that might be a photo finish. I don't know. That's a quicker. That's a.
I'll tell you right now.
I mean, if you extend the competition too long, it's just kind of like a moot point. But you're saying like if they who can eat the most within like an hour?
Who can eat the most in
hour.
one sitting? Not in 1 hour. That's kind of like still a thing.
Like 2 hours.
Say,
How about 2 hours?
2 hours, okay. But I don't know. It's like with the hot dog thing, where like the skinny guys win because they can eat more hot dogs.
Yeah, because they don't have the fat belt.
But I feel like they
got a
screwed
fat
it
belt.
up.
Their stomachs can properly expand. I don't think Casket's stomach can fully expand. Which
But
is why
I think
he
we're
would win.
talking about Casket at a point when he's so far past this. It's just tough. I do kind of agree. Right now, today, I think Krusty would eat literally until the food was like in his esophagus, and I think
would.
Krusty wouldn't. But or I think Casket wouldn't. But in their primes, Casket would, I hope, run laps around Krusty. He's
It's kind of a shame.
Casket.
The whole
Yeah.
like competition eating thing has like gotten huge now. Casket should have got on it like 10 years ago.
Oh hell yeah!
I think that video of him drinking the 2-liter of blue stuff, as he called it, that was pretty impressive. I mean,
Hell
now
yeah, it
there's
was. Dude, how
there's
much
that-
did you piss after that? Good
Dude, I
God.
pissed like a horse for 2 days.
Yeah, you were ultra hydrated.
Oh yeah.
He was the OG Badlands Chugs, pretty
That's
much.
what I was thinking
Chuck,
of.
Chuck.
And he's so huge. Casket should have just done those videos constantly.
Yeah.
Yo, what about everybody?
that
Another
what?
2-liter I'm about to chug.
I will say that was super impressive.
Krusty, before the call started, though, you were saying, like, well, Casket, you can only do half of a pizza, and I can do a full one.
I can do 1.5.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's what you said. But why did you say Casket can only do half of a pizza?
That's what he says.
Yeah,
But you once saw him, you were once in the room with him eating a pizza, and I heard
Good
that
point.
he ate the pizza faster than anyone. That's what I heard.
I was casually eating, and Casket ate the whole fucking pizza. And I was at the end of piece 1, but I was sitting back. We were watching. Casket, what were we watching?
The Rugrats Gone Wild.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
the Rugrats Gone Wild in a hotel room. And I was sitting back watching it, and then I look over, and all of a sudden I hear animalistic sounds, and I eventually pay attention to them.
But that's why I think we're underestimating Casket in this. Because
Yeah, you know what? Can I change my bet?
Hold on.
Okay.
But the thing is I was casually eating, chilling out. Casket just went full animal mode.
But you have to admit,
That's
that
casually
was-
eating.
Right, that's his casual eating. Imagine Casket competitively eating.
Dude, I think he competitively eats with himself every day.
Yeah, I agree.
We need to test this out. We need to get Casket at one of these like eat the full thing in an hour or it's free. I kind of want to see if he can do it.
I think we'll be held like legally
I
accountable.
think me and
do
Krusty should
that.
both do the challenge.
Done,
like that
motherfucker.
Yeah, you could both do it on. Just get like a Domino's. Don't even do a crazy thing. Just do a Domino's medium or something, which you can both
Oh,
get.
fuck that. Domino's. Let's do a Domino's extra large.
I know, but then I feel like people will point fingers and say,
No,
How could you
I'm
allow-
suggesting it.
"How
What do
could
you think,
allow
Casket?
Casket to eat Domino's for lunch?"
Domino's extra large
Oh my
versus
god! What
Domino's
if it was
extra
like
large.
biscuits and gravy? That's a little hard because it's.
Oh, dude, I would
gravy.
drink that gravy, dude. I would eat that so quick.
But that's Casket's favorite. He would be. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
What do you
You
think,
eat everything
Casket?
quickly, Casket.
Casket, do you want to have an eating competition next week? We do a extra large Domino's pie.
I'll have to see if they deliver, but sure.
Okay.
You got to get the exact same kind.
Yeah, what toppings should we get, Casket? We have to agree.
Got to be a meat lovers.
I don't do sausage.
Man, I hate Canadian bacon. That's what kills
All right, then you
meat
can have a
lovers.
fucking handicap on your pizza.
No, fuck. You know what? Fuck
No,
you.
it's got to be the same shit.
Fine. Extra large meat lovers versus extra large meat lovers. I ain't getting nothing removed.
If you guys do it in Florida, does Casket have like home field advantage? Is
No, but
Must be
they'll
like the
both
away
get
team.
it where they're from.
Yeah, we're gonna do this live on video. I'll have my camera on next week.
Right.
Ooh, okay.
Crust, because it's a chain, so it'll be like the same
change,
thing.
yeah. Sometimes they do vary. No, they wouldn't vary that much. Yeah, that could work.
Oh, that's how we're gonna do it. Who can eat an extra large pie the quickest? I'm gonna
Man.
destroy you,
All right,
Casket.
all right. Let's settle this now before we even start. Do we eat the crusts or not?
Yes.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
you
part
All
of
got
right,
it.
crusts it is.
Yeah, bitch, crust count. I'm a crust man
wow.
too.
Wait, what's the toppings going to be?
It's meat lovers.
Yeah.
Meat lovers. Okay.
So what is that? It's pepperoni sausage, Canadian bacon. I don't know. Do they do bacon on that as well?
Yep.
You got to do like the complete default because sometimes you can specify like thin crust or thick crust. Like,
Right,
It's got to be
what
the same.
crust?
Complete default.
Yeah, it's got to be
Complete default.
So just like ham?
Just a default extra large meat lovers.
Well,
We're gonna settle this on cam next
All
week.
right.
what do you think, Jeff? Who would you put your money on?
Ooh,
I'm bringing my A game.
jeez.
This is a hard one. I'm actually, I hate to say it, Casket, I want to put my money on Krusty. I know you could do it, but I think Krusty wants it more.
This sounds weird, but I think Krusty's like the marathon runner and Casket's the sprinter. So if it's a small enough thing, I think he'll be able to beat him to the punch. But an extra large pizza, I could see him slowing down at like the 80% mark, and then Krusty like blows past him. I don't know. This is tough.
I would say, as your trainer, Casket, don't eat anything the entire day before that starts. You really need to go
I'm gonna
into
tell you
it
right now.
starving.
I'm going to fast for 48 hours before the competition.
Oh no! Don't do
See?
that. Don't do that.
Oh,
Don't-
yes, I am.
No,
You're
your
going
stomach
to die
shrinks if you
tonight.
fast too long.
Shut up! Don't let him know that.
Okay, I'll do a 24-hour fast. How about that?
Oh, mother-
I gotta consult AI and see what the proper amount of fasting time is.
Okay. Hey,
You know what?
hey.
Wait.
Historian-
I'm gonna be Krusty's coach, and
Yeah.
Historian, you can be Casket's coach.
Yeah. Ooh.
I will just say, Casket, when you wake up, in my opinion, don't eat. Wait for that pizza. But I know Casket, and I know I'm going to say he's going to lose because he cannot wait that long to eat. He will not do it. And Krusty will do.
He of little faith.
Yeah, before we start, Casket, we have to show our boxes and open and show the full pie, and it
Yeah.
can't leave the frame the whole time. We have to be perfectly in frame the entire time we're eating. The pizza can never leave frame.
No CGI trickery here.
Yeah. So once the pizza is in frame, you show the full pie. I show you mine. You show me yours. They give the countdown and start the time, and we're gonna
Alright,
go.
but
That's
I'm gonna
gonna be
play
it.
glam rock the whole time I'm eating.
What
Motherfucker,
about
I'm
you,
gonna be eating so fast I won't care.
Casket, do you believe that you can beat Krusty?
I don't know, but I'm gonna give it a try.
See,
That's
I
not
don't like to
confident.
hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't sound confident, man. I'm coming in here with the eye of the tiger. What's
really,
this about?
that's the most confident I've been in years.
Oh, okay, fine. We'll
Usually
see.
I
We'll
give
see
up
next
right
week.
away.
Casket, I would say it can't be you really got to go for it. It's got to be like an athletic competition. You got to
The
try
whole
really
day,
hard.
I'm gonna only drink water.
Oh, now
And
I'm
then-
worried for Krusty because
and
if
here's
this
the thing-
casket is ravenous, I don't think anybody can beat him.
All right, fine. If he can actually go without eating, which I will be shocked if he does. And two, I guarantee you this: if he orders an extra large meat lovers, he's going to order 2 of them because he's going to eat immediately as soon as they come in, and then he'll have the second one for the competition.
Yeah,
No,
that's
So
a
he's already going to
problem.
be. He's already going to have food on his belly.
He's gonna order breadsticks on the side.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't think he's going to be able to wait until 7.
See, this is
God, you guys have such little faith in me. Jeez.
well, the real thing here is that I actually don't know who's going to win. That's what makes this a real competition.
I don't know either.
I think people could actually be betting on this for real because I think this is
Bet365
good.
just opened their line right now.
there is
Casket's
really.
Casket's a plus 150 underdog.
I think Casket. I hate to say it.
All
I
right,
think
so
Casket's the
wait, what
underdog.
does the winner get?
I don't know.
Just the honor.
bragging rights.
Bragging
Yeah, the
rights?
winner gets to brag for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
I mean, Casket, are you not the biggest eater in this group? You wouldn't even be the biggest eater. The winner gets this title. You would lose the title. That's what you have to fight against. Krusty's
Yeah,
trying to gain the title. You're going to lose the title.
Yeah, I'm coming for your belt, mofo.
Exactly. Oh.
Yeah, this is a championship fight right here.
I think it's hard, though. He's going to be 35 now. 22 old.
Damn, how's that feel, Casket? Oldie.
You're older than I am, motherfucker.
Right, so we're in the same fighting bracket, motherfucker. Let's do this.
Damn
You
fighting
ain't,
words.
you ain't going against a 20-year-old. This is, I mean, we're in the same, we'd be in the same fucking, if they put our stats side by side, people would say, all right, this is a fair fucking fight.
Now they
This
would
should
say
be
he's
promoted.
clearly outweighed by quite a few 100 pounds. He's gonna demolish him.
Oh, I don't
I know,
think so,
this-
man.
This really needs to be promoted. This needs
We're
to be.
doing it.
I'm gonna destroy you, son.
I didn't hear no bell. I didn't hear no bell.
I thought this was America.
Wait.
I thought this was America. Huh?
Casket, you got to keep your dog out of the room so he doesn't like grab a slice of pizza.
Yeah, that's true. You
Well, that'll
cannot
be
be
easy.
distracted in any way.
Because I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna be eye on the tiger. I'm gonna be 100%
Oh,
in
no,
the
my dog
zone.
took a slice. Oh no, what do I do?
What about how long do we think? Because this would be a betting thing too. Like, how long is it
Yeah.
going to take? Who can get? What do we think the timing is going to be for
That's a
the
separate
quickest? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a separate bet.
Can they? I'm gonna.
Uh,
I don't really know, but I'm just throwing out. Can they do it under 2 minutes, or is that a
2 minutes? What?
Are you
Are
insane?
you crazy?
I don't know.
Maybe if
I don't
didn't have
know.
any bones in my neck.
I was
An
thinking
extra
between
large
20 and
pizza in
30
under
minutes.
2 minutes. An extra large. Okay, there's 10 slices on an extra large.
Yeah.
That means you're literally eating one slice every like 15 to 20 seconds.
Yeah, 2
Well,
minutes is
I
insane.
feel like in speed eating. I mean, I'm thinking of these
Crust, I
hot dog
think you can do
people.
it. Go for it. Do the speed eating.
It's almost not even eating. It's just you're pushing it down. You're pushing it down in your throat. If it's 30 minutes,
No.
that wouldn't be that interesting.
If we're talking an actual extra large pizza, that's a lot of food.
Yeah,
But
that's
then
like.
those hot dog people eat the hot dogs.
They're
It's not
professional
eating.
eaters.
It's
But
not.
we're not
eating.
professionals.
Okay, you're not going to go that
I'm a
fast, but it's
professional
not going to
fat
be.
ass, thank you.
It's Pressy, you said in the time, and I've heard this, but you've said that in the time it took you to eat one slice, Casket ate the whole pizza.
Yeah. If I
mean-
had to give actual, if Casket was actually really, really hungry, and he didn't eat all day, and he actually kind of like exerted himself throughout the day, I would bet that he could do it in 10 minutes.
10 minutes. I feel like that's too long. I feel like I could do it in
No.
10 minutes.
Dude, an extra large Domino's pizza. How many calories is that? Someone look it up. A meat lover's extra large Domino's pizza.
It's not about the calories, though.
It's big, dude. It's so big the box won't fit in my fridge unless it's sideways.
All right, Domino's Meat Lovers Pizza extra large is going to be. It's still searching the web. 1,800 calories.
Dude,
That's based on 8 slices at 226 calories per slice.
yeah, so that's basically our normal human's intake for a guy.
I'm thinking of a Costco pizza, and I guarantee I could do that by myself in 20 minutes.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, but the Costco pizza ain't the same size, bro.
Oh, it is. Costco pizza is definitely an extra
Yeah,
large
Costco
pizza.
pizzas are big, and they are like fairly thick crust.
They're not meat
don't know.
lovers. I think that a lot of calories are coming from it being a meat lovers. But I just guarantee, I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
No, I used to eat large pizzas like by myself, and it would take me maybe 30 to 40 minutes. So, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, this is not casual eating here. This is
Yeah, we're racing. If I had to guess, if we're doing full force, one of us will finish within the first 10 minutes. Like, I'm going to say 8 minutes, probably.
I think so too. I think 10 minutes.
I would take the over in that bet. I think they wouldn't finish it for at least 15 minutes.
All right, someone's going to have to be the official timer. I'll let you two decide who's going to be the official timer.
Well, I think you both. This is the thing. I think you both need to start the timer as soon as we say like start.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you need to have like a timer on screen if possible.
There's no way I could do that. I'm streaming from my phone.
No, I'll just time it.
Yeah, but it won't start at the same time.
What do you mean?
It'll be close enough.
Because they're on two different things, and I don't know, if we're really going to do it scientifically, they would need their own timer. I mean, Krusty, I know Casket would be able to. Krusty would.
How about this? I can have Carrie timer on her phone, and I can have her show the screen the whole time.
And she wouldn't even need to show the screen the whole time, but just because we know it's like there's not going to be any foul play. But it's just like we'd say start.
If you guys are streaming live, there's going to be maybe a delay difference of like 300 milliseconds. It's not going to matter. Like, I don't know why this whole timer
it really comes down to the fucking like, if it's really that close, then maybe it'll matter.
I think it will be very close. I don't know. I think you're both capable of it being very close. But if it's not very close, it wouldn't matter.
I guess we'll have to wait and see how close it is.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
I can't believe we talked an hour about eating pizza. We're an hour into the podcast, everybody.
Everybody's
I'm looking at a
commenting
YouTube challenge right now, eating 2 extra large Domino's pizza challenge. So these guys are eating 2 extra large ones for this challenge.
And how long?
It looks like it took them under 30 minutes.
Oh my gosh. That's what I'm saying.
Now, they might have made cuts. Hold on.
How about this? Me and you have to eat 2 of them each.
Oh, hell no, I couldn't do that. I'd be dead.
No, wait. These guys didn't even finish it. Never mind. These guys finished one and barely got into the second one. Okay. You know, I think 1 extra large is reasonable.
Here's the question, though. I wonder how long it took them to finish 1. I wonder. Because this would be a good comparison point. Like, these are people who's been there.
I think it took them like under an hour.
Dude, what? Me and Cassius gonna smoke these fuckers.
I don't. These aren't like professional eaters or anything. These are just two guys that did a Domino's pizza challenge.
Yeah, me and Casket aren't either, but I'm telling you right now, we're gonna smoke them out of the water.
Hell yeah.
I know Casket can do better than that.
I've already got my technique down.
What's that?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Fair enough. Fair a fucking enough. Prepare to lose.
Oh yeah, we'll prepare to bruise.
Okay, I'm asking ChatGPT. It's saying a healthy 30-year-old male could likely finish an extra large Domino's pizza in 10 to 25 minutes, depending on appetite, strategy, and stomach capacity. Competitive eaters can destroy one in under 5 minutes. Say, Historian, you were off about the 2-minute thing.
Damn. 5 minutes is still fucking impressive.
2 minute, yes, but
That's professional or competitive eaters, but like the average person, it would take them 10 to 25 minutes. So maybe this isn't a crazy challenge.
you know what? What about this? As Casket's coach, what if I say, get a machine and squish it down into a little ball? Does that count?
Well, if you can find that machine, I'll be very impressed.
What if you guys
we'll find the
ordered?
machine.
What if you guys ordered 2 large pizzas? Is that too much?
I think
Right, Casket. I know you don't want 2 large pizzas. How about this? Casket? 1 extra large pizza and a 16-piece boneless wings.
no.
I don't think I can
No
do
way.
it, man.
That's too much.
I could do it.
That's going to be too long too. I think
All
it
right,
needs
fine.
to be.
How about just 1 extra large pizza? First one to finish wins. Then you better come hungry. So here's
I
the
have
thing.
to say, I don't know who's going to win. I think the problem that I think is going to arise is that I think, like in most things, Casket doesn't have that sort of drive behind it, and Krusty really does.
I think he personally got offended when you said he couldn't out-eat Krusty. I think he is going to be determined.
I don't know. I think he could, but I also don't know him today, and I just know that he's gonna. Even though he's younger than Krusty a little bit, it's like he is kind of like much older than Krusty in his own way, and I think that
I'd say biologically, or like if you looked at his medical stats, he's older than me, but
he's
like
way older, I think.
But in actuality, I mean, you're older. I'm 1 year older than him. We're in the same bracket, all right? We're like 10 months apart.
I'm almost more bullish on. I'm almost more bullish on Casket than Historian is now.
Yeah,
I think it's possible, but I really think Krusty has a strong drive behind it. Frankly,
I do,
and I think that's going to make the difference. I think it's.
I don't even think drive factors in that much. It's going to come down to stomach capacity, and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard before that it's like your stomach doesn't even give your brain. I mean, throw up is a different thing, but it takes a while for your stomach to even tell your brain it's full. So when you're doing like these competitive
like
eating
20
challenges,
minutes, yeah.
So if you eat really quick, you're not going to feel it.
I don't know. I honestly, I wouldn't even bet on this because I have no idea who's going to win. That's what I think.
But that's what makes it a fun. That's what makes it fun. Yeah. I'm not going to finalize my bet yet. I'm going to think about it some more.
All right, but how about here's the thing though. If Casket and I both come in under 10 minutes, that means we're still faster than the average person.
Oh, that would be
awesome.
That's a whole different bet. Will either one of them come in under 10 minutes?
Because it said the average person's 10 to 25. Like, motherfucker, I'm about to destroy that record. Like, we and Casket are not average eaters.
What was the size of the pizza? Krusty?
An extra large.
What? No, but I mean, when you and Casket were both eating it, and Casket,
it was a regular large.
Yeah. I wonder how quickly, in terms of minutes, he ate that. And I've seen Casket on stream eat. He doesn't. I have to say, no offense to Casket, but he shovels it in. He really eats very
Casket.
quickly.
And so he's trained at eating fast. That's like his only speed. All right, Casket, Casket. You there, Ben?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
All right, listen. You're gonna have to like let your ego go to the side and really just go caveman mode. Like you're just gonna have to say, "I don't care. I'm on camera. I'm gonna eat like a fucking beast."
That's what I think he does all the time.
But I don't get self-conscious because I'm gonna go caveman mode.
I think he really shovels it in, and every time I actually do see him eat like that, I'm like, Casket, you need to eat slower so you can enjoy it. But he doesn't. He eats very quickly.
What are you talking
And
about? Of course I enjoy my food.
I think you'd enjoy it more if we ate slower. But I don't know. It's anybody's game. I really don't know.
Yeah, man. I saw him wolf down 3 cookies, and he ate each cookie with 1 bite. That does worry me if I'm like a crusty better.
What do you mean he put the whole cookie in his mouth?
Yeah, it's on video. We recorded it for a rewind. It's still not out yet.
Oblivionati says, I wish he would lower the can just a little more. The bright lights hurt my eyes. I don't think he's talking about the lights. I think he just wants to see more of you.
Yeah, I think he
I
just
would
wants to
say
see my
don't.
boobs.
I would say don't do it.
If you want to see my boobs, you gotta donate at least $5.
This is going to be a good competition, though.
Yeah, I don't know who wins this.
And also, anyone at home who wants to try to beat us, you're welcome to try. I mean, buy a pizza for next Saturday, 7, an extra large meat lovers from Domino's, and join the competition.
Does that mean we're getting pizza next week?
Yeah. How long is this microwave for?
Cascade, how confident are you on a scale of 1 to 10? 8, really? Damn.
Will you discuss this with your doctor before going forward with Casket?
Probably not.
With your cardiologist?
Well, I think we don't.
Oh,
It says preparing 2 chimichangas, increase heating time to 3 minutes.
I don't know.
To 15 minutes. Let stand 1 minute.
How much
I
time?
don't know what's going to go on.
Yeah, Casket. Talk some shit, Casket. Talk some shit. Let's hear you do some smack talk on this eating competition.
You have the you have the belly of a baby.
What was that?
I'm gonna
kick
your
Is this for the podcast on next Saturday now?
Oh yeah! You better be there. We're gonna go down to Pizza Town. We're gonna take it. We're gonna eat it, and we're gonna fucking devour.
Ooh-wee, we're gonna have a good old time. Ooh-wee.
Oh yeah! I'm gonna take you to Eaton Town.
Yay, we're going on a trip.
You better come hungry, or I'm gonna eat your ass.
Go ahead and eat my ass, bitch.
Why did this competition get gay all of a sudden?
Casket, what if as you're eating the pizza, the doll, the purple doll thing jumps into your mouth, and you're like halfway swallow it, and you're like choking.
I would probably die.
And then I would win.
If you guys both finish the pizza within like 10 minutes, I think we need to run like a second competition where you have to up the game a little bit. It's gonna be...
Okay, if we finish it 10 minutes, we gotta change the food up. We gotta go to Taco Bell.
Oh,
What
no,
about
You don't want to do that. That's Casket's wheelhouse. Burritos.
Oh no, that's my wheelhouse, motherfucker.
That's my wheelhouse, bitch.
All right, Casket. Okay, you know what, Casket? We're gonna do 3 rounds, motherfucker. You ready for this?
You know what?
Listen.
No. Fuck the whole pizza thing. Taco Bell next week. Me, you, burritos.
That might not
You
be
know
a bad
what? You're
idea.
reading my goddamn mind.
You and me, brother. We gonna have Taco Bell.
Before
Okay,
this
here's the thing. We
started-
gotta agree on the menu. What are we gonna order?
5-layer burritos. You gotta order. How many of them should we order each?
Oh no, fuck that noise. I'll tell you what I want. I want the new motherfucking, what do they call it? What do they call it, Carrie?
What? The grilled cheese burrito?
Yeah, the grilled cheese burrito.
I don't know if we have that here.
Oh, you do. You have it everywhere.
Well, if not, they suck.
All right, how about this? How about we just do the double stuff or double beef and cheese burritos?
Double chunk chocolate cookie.
I don't like the 5 layers, bro. I don't want beans in my fucking food.
All right, fine.
Oh, he sounds
Send
like
me a
he's...
link to the menu item you want to do, and we'll do that one.
Why does he get to choose the menu item? That's not fair.
As long as it's a burrito, I don't care.
He stated it, fellas. You heard it here. I could choose any burrito I want. Motherfucker just said it was okay.
You're giving him the advantage, but all right.
Nah.
I feel like there would be more nitpicking in that competition because we'll complain like one burrito had more rice in it, the other one had more meat, and therefore
Hey,
it's easier-
that's up to
easier
chance.
That's up to chance.
I'll tell you what. How about this? If whoever wins next week's Taco Bell championship, then we're gonna go to the fucking pizza the week after. We're gonna do 3 rounds, 1 per week. Whoever wins the best 2 out of 3 wins the whole
I
thing.
like the idea of going pizza first. At least
I
like
think
you can
pizza
see the
ha-
things and
yeah.
everything. You can kind of know
Okay.
like that the two are the same.
Pizza's going to be more similar. The Taco Bell thing is going to be more.
It adds more
Whoever's
variation.
making it, yeah.
Okay,
it's
but
really
here's the
gonna
thing.
work.
Here's the thing, though. That's up to random chance. That's a randomized.
Yeah, but the crust is going to be the same thing, and the crust is the major thing with pizza. The burrito, whatever.
I mean, I think the
whatever.
burrito challenge is fine. I just want to do it as like the second round.
Okay.
I think pizza should be first round.
All right. Our coaches have decided we're going to do pizza first and then Taco Bell the second week. What are we going to do for week 3? What's going to be our finale week?
Dessert.
No,
No.
dessert would put Casket on a diabetic
Yeah,
track.
that's an actual health risk. We can't do that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Not that.
How about this, motherfucker? Who can eat the
Vegetables.
most Wendy's triple burgers?
Who
You said
can
you
eat
like
the
them piece of
most
shit.
celery stalks?
Dude, there's no Wendy's around me to get any.
All right, fine. Then what? What are we going to eat on week 3? We have to have 3 rounds.
Here's a real challenge. Who can eat the most sleeves of, I'm just going to say this for health reasons, saltless saltines without any water?
Oh, I'll win.
Because they're really dry. So that'd be really hard.
That would be very hard. I think Krusty would win that one just because there's no pleasure involved. And I think Krusty's more competitive, so he'd do it.
All right, fine. So we're going to get through week 1 and week 2. If it's a tie at the end of week 2, then we will go into week 3.
Exactly what we need to have for week 3.
What?
One solid block of cheese.
Yeah.
Dude,
No, you would be flipping more.
you would lose.
No way.
No,
I
it's
would
got to be a
almost bet.
restaurant.
I don't know.
Do you have Sonics down there?
Yeah, we got Sonics.
How about
I
we do
know what
Sonic
Casket's
footlong
talking
hot
about.
dogs?
I don't think
Who
we
can
got
eat the
those
most?
down here.
We're fucked.
That's going to be harder to. I feel like, maybe I'm wrong, but that might be harder for Casket to get the win.
All right, what if we just do fucking Big Macs then? Those are pretty uniform.
That's true.
That's,
All right,
that's
how about
true.
this? How about the double quarter pounder with cheese?
I mean, how much money can
All right,
Casket
fine.
spend, though?
Who can eat the most double corner pounder with cheese in 30 minutes? That'll be third match.
You guys are going to need at least a hundo to even
Oh, my
try
God.
that.
we're gonna do this. Pizza round 1, Taco Bell round 2, and
McDonald's.
McDonald's round 3.
We're gonna do it,
This is the
y'all!
Casketking Eat Off of 2025.
Fat
You
Guy
know
Food
what?
Challenge 2025!
You know what? One challenge I know Casket would lose. Who can eat more iceberg lettuce?
Oh yeah.
Cassie would throw up immediately.
These are good.
Yeah. Oh, good. I was warming me up one now.
Casket's face went from confidence to sheer doubt.
Sorry, what I was
he
thinking about
goes-
hamburgers.
This is going to be great. So, pizza, tacos, and hamburgers. We're hitting all 3 of the main
Hell
things.
yeah!
The main American food groups.
No, we're leaving it out to default. All.
I mean,
Yeah,
ice
you know
cream
what?
would be a crazy. Ice cream would be a crazy challenge because, like, you know you're getting an exact 2 liters in each or whatever container you're getting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Ice cream challenge would be interesting.
Alright, who can eat the most ice cream sandwiches?
No, who can eat the most ice cream? But I can give you one bet. I guarantee Krusty would win. Outside of the iceberg lettuce, who can eat more cans of sardines?
Oh yeah, I would win the shit out of that. I love sardines.
You get heavy metal poisoning, but Krusty would win.
I fucking love sardines.
Krusty's
They're
eating
so
right
good.
now.
With Louisiana hot sauce sardines. Oh my god, yes.
Very good. I had sardines earlier today.
Hell yeah. That's a gentleman's meal right there.
What are you eating right now, Krusty?
I am eating a goddamn microwave burrito.
Wow.
It's good as shit. It is a what is this? What burrito is
He's
this? babe?
already practicing for week 2.
Beef and cheese.
It's a beef and cheese chimichanga, actually.
You motherfucker.
What? It's those single ones you get that you put in the microwave. Oh yeah. That's right, I'm practicing, bitch. What are you gonna do about
A
it?
pack of 8?
Oh.
Oh.
These are the ones that only come in singles.
Oh, are they like really long?
They're really fucking good, yeah.
No, I said long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get those too.
Well, I'm eating one right now. I'm practicing for week 2.
2 more in the fridge.
Let me.
Like it.
Yeah, I hope you don't, because they're delicious. Oh, yeah. Oh, chimichanga. Oh, I love. Oh, too hot. Ow, ow. That's so tasty, but also very third-degree burny. I'm excited. So the next 3 weeks, we're going to have food challenges. Hey, Jeff.
Yo.
I have a task for you to get done by next week.
All right. Yeah. Just
If we're gonna do a 3-week food challenge, we need to have a theme song for the challenge. You need to make one where each verse is a different challenge. First pizza, second taco, third Big Macs or double quarter pounder with cheese, and then a chorus where it's like who's gonna win. Like make a song that we can play like an Olympic style song in that manner.
which genre are you thinking? You have any preference?
Casket, I'll let Casket choose a genre.
It's up to you
Could
guys.
be metal.
What'd you say, Casket?
I said it's up to you guys.
All right, and it doesn't matter then. You choose the genre, Jeff, but have it by next week and we'll play it before the beginning of each competition.
All right. Sounds good.
Oh yeah. Well, we got the hype up. So let's take a break of talking about this food challenge, and let's move on. Casket.
Go eat.
Go eat. Thanks, babe. Casket.
Yes.
I heard you had a new song you wanted to debut tonight.
I do. I do.
Well,
I think now would be a good time. A little intermission. Let's hear it.
All right, hold on. Let me share my screen with you guys so you can actually hear the song in real time.
Get
Mm-hmm.
All right,
They're good for
everybody.
it.
So up next is my song "Partying with the Weatherman."
Mm. Mm. Mm.
He showed up late in a velvet coat. Forecast said trouble, and baby, he wrote the note. Hair slicked back with a lightning grin. He said it's raining champagne, let's dive right in. Neon clouds above the floor, barometric pressure begging for more. He winked at me with a storm in his eyes. Said tonight we dance till the sun don't rise. Oh, we're partying with the weatherman. He's got thunder in his boots and a disco tan. Hurricane spinning on the mirror floor. And baby, he's calling for more and more. Yeah, we're
I'm gonna send my other
shaking
two
with
so I
the
can
stormy
pie.
band.
Thank you.
what?
After the pie.
Party, party with
Mm.
the weatherman.
If you keep eating, you won't be able to get that buzz.
Mm.
He moonwalked in like a solar flare. Tossed his umbrella, said who needs air? Forecast hot with a chance of wild. Temperature rising, we're getting styled. Ball lights flicker like a radar screen. He's got charts of chaos and a mood machine. He spun me close, said time to ignite. With the eye of the party tonight. Oh, we're partying with the weatherman. Lightning licks the sky like a glam rock jam. Spinning through cyclones and leather and lace. Sweat like rain on a glitter face. Yeah, we're dancing on electric light. Party, party with the weatherman. Warning, high chance of fabulous. Brace yourselves for fabulous precipitation. Boom! You thunder solo! Oh, we're partying with the weatherman. Feather boas flying like a master plan. Barometers breaking, the sky's gone mad. But we're too glam to care, ain't that bad? Yeah, yeah, we're partying with the weatherman. Rockin' rhinestones in a power fan. Tornado twirls on the checkerboard floor. Glam the dudes here, let's scream for more. One last dance in a stormy land. Party, party with the weatherman.
All right. And that was my song
Hell yeah.
"Partying with the Weatherman."
Love
That
it,
was one of your
man.
better songs,
Yeah.
Thank you.
which is surprising because you're more of like a metal guy. Like you don't
Yeah.
really do glam rock, do you?
Well, the thing is, with each of my albums, I want to do a different genre, so I have more of a mix for my radio show.
Yeah, so you don't get copyrighted.
Well, no, it's not that I don't want to get copyrighted. It's that I just don't want to have only metal or only punk or only glam rock. I want to be able to vary up the kind of rock and roll I have.
Yeah, what was your initial idea about the whole weatherman thing?
I was like, a lot of these songs are about weather and partying. So I'm like, oh, what if we were partying with the weatherman?
Good idea, homie.
So I went to ChatGPT and I'm like, okay, I want a glam rock song about partying with the weatherman. Make sure it's got this and that and blah blah blah. And then I took it into a notepad, looked it over, and did my thing.
I feel like there's a Twisters reference somewhere in there.
And there might have been.
I'll say it's definitely one of your better songs, dude. And I enjoyed it. What do you think, historian?
I'll make sure it gets on the best of album.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that subgenre or whatever. I think Casket's. I've heard 2 songs that Casket's made by AI that I really liked. One of them was the clown one, and I actually forget what the other one was. And I even forget what the clown title was, or what.
Oh, Clown's Got a Knife.
And the clown's got a knife. I really liked that one. And there was another one. I forget what it is. I said it on stream before, but I only heard it that one time, I think. But I actually, it wasn't even on a stream like one of these live streams or the podcast. It was just I was listening to your radio one time, and I thought you were playing an actual song betwixt your other things, your AI things. I forget what it was though, but it was really good in my opinion. I mean, I would have listened to it on my own and thought it was a good song. I don't remember, but I don't think it was Illuminator of the Mind. It wasn't.
You were talking about it earlier.
It wasn't like a Luciferian song. I mean, maybe like really subtextually, but I don't remember. But particularly the clown song, that was a good one. I really liked that one. I thought it was cool.
Nice.
Casket, I love the fact that you've really gotten into AI music. And dude, I hope that this really opens your eyes to the fact that like AI is to be embraced, not to be avoided. AI can do so much.
I'm coming around to it. Like I'm thinking about getting some ChatGPT next month.
Oh, that's beautiful. And earlier, Casket's heard a few of my movie scripts. And Casket will tell you, I'm a creative type, just like he is. That's one thing that we bond over. When we talk in solo, isn't that right, Casket?
Oh, yeah.
And Casket has heard a couple of my movie scripts in full. Like, literally in full. I have multiple movie scripts fully written out. I'm going to be going to the new Google video editor and making my movie purely out of AI by inserting my script. And all I have to do is make some prompt changes just for the visualization. It's going to be amazing. Later this fall, it's going to cost me $4,000 to get made, but I will have an entire movie made off of a script that I wrote, like, what was it, 2-3 years ago?
It's been a while.
Yeah. Like, I hope, like, AI is definitely the way of the future. Don't fight it, just embrace it. That's my perspective. Historian or Jeff, what are your experiences with AI, honestly? Like, what do you think?
Historian, you want to go first?
Well, I think Jeff would have a billion times more to say.
Actually, hold on. Historian, you have a very unique perspective here, and I want to ask you a specific question. All right? Are you cool with that?
Okay. Well, I don't know. Actually, I don't know, because I think you're going to ask me a different question.
Well, here's my question.
Okay.
I'm just going to say it. You can choose not to answer if you don't want to, and I'll respect that. How about that? Is that fair?
Is it a job-related question?
I will keep it incredibly vague as possible, so that
I wouldn't ask.
it's not.
I wouldn't ask that, but I do actually have strong feelings about AI and actually about Casket doing AI stuff, and I'm being very positive here. But I've certainly told Casket in private, or not even in private, like one-on-one, but in group calls where Casket's been in, that I wish I know that, and I said, and I didn't lie, that I think those were good songs, but I would love to see more of what Casket's actually, not what Casket's actually doing, but what Casket would be actually doing, where we're not for AI. And I could give you examples, but I don't kind of want to, because they're such niche examples that I think it'd be too. But I have seen people, for instance, who might be considered outsider artists, and I love their outsider art. And then they posted like within the last year and said, I have this new project, I'm doing this. And I was so excited for it, because I was just so excited for this project. And then I saw it and I was like, this is AI. I mean, it's not even like that I noticed it was AI. I was like, I know what this person is capable of putting out. And then I saw this thing and it was like, okay, this might be a good project, but I'm not coming at it looking for a good project. I'm coming at it looking for this person's project. And what I worry is that almost like, I mean, there's a lot to worry about AI. AI is an interesting thing. It's not like a typewriter or a word processor or something where it's technology that helps in. It's a totally different thing. But what I worry is that this almost kills the outsider artist, because not that it does. I think there will be an outsider artist. Excuse me. There will be outsider artists. Sorry, I have to cough, but I'm trying not to. But that there will be outsider artists who will still survive and will reject it. But what it really hurts, in my opinion, is the outsider artists who will not try to be artists anymore. They'll say, I want to make this great thing, and what I'm making is not good enough, so I'm going to use AI, and I'm just going to, this is going to be a heavy crutch here. But I would, I mean, even though I say Casket, I do like the songs that I like that Casket's made. 10 to 1, 10,000 million to 1. I would rather see a product that Casket made through his own volition, that he had no help whatsoever. It was just his own product. And it's not simply that it's the product, it's that it's not only productive, but it's constructive, and you get better. And I think Krusty, as a musician, can understand this, saying like,
hold on.
I think if you were, but I think if Krusty were young, it's a hard thing, you know. If ifs and buts were candies and nuts, it'd just be a different situation. But I would hate to see a Krusty who didn't know how to play a musical instrument because he made all of his music on AI. So it's just a different situation. I think it actually is productive with Casket because he's doing something, and he actually wouldn't be doing the alternative. So it's good for Casket. Yeah. But I wish he would do the alternative and not fear that, oh, this is going to be judged, because some of my favorite projects, some of my favorite art pieces of all time are by outsider artists who didn't care that they were going to be judged. And I think that they make beautiful art. And I think Casket's capable of making beautiful art without any help.
I saw some new statistical data that was collected recently. 98% of college students state that they don't write their papers anymore. They have AI do it. And, like, what do you think is going to happen to the education system going forward over the next decade whenever literally almost 100% of students are utilizing it to bypass reading books and doing things of that nature, and to have their papers
always
written?
Talk about this in terms of school, but if they're doing it in school and they can do it in their job to do their job, then what does it matter? I mean,
Good
there's a big part of school that's not about actually the knowledge that you need to do your job. And if they can do their job on it, guess what's going to happen?
They'll be just fine.
Eventually, and it's going to be it's going to cause its own problems, but they'll be replaced by the AI. And I don't know. That's going to be a big thing, because obviously you can't replace the workers with the AI, because that's going to cause a gigantic social movement that's not going to be good for anybody. And I don't know.
But wild. I'm in a doctorate's program. At this point, all I have left is my dissertation, which is a year away. 2 other people in my program openly admit that AI is writing their doctorate's dissertation. And I'm sitting here writing it by, like, typing out word for word, and I'm thinking, what's the point? Why the fuck am I doing this when everyone else is
and maybe you're not, and I don't want to accuse you of anything, but I have heard before or I shouldn't say that even, but I should ask you the question: does AI assist you in terms of reading the papers and giving you a synopsis of papers, let's say, or do you go through and do the slog, grog work, whatever?
Okay, here's how I have utilized AI. I've never had AI write a paper for me. What I have done is used AI to gather resources so that I can write a paper. I have done that. I'll admit it. But here's the thing: every resource it sends me, I double check to make sure that it's an actual peer-reviewed article and not some sort of hallucination. And then I'll use it. You know what I mean? Instead of me doing the groundwork of looking through hundreds of thousands of peer-reviewed articles, I just type in what type of articles I'm looking for, and it'll pop up 20 different ones for me to check out.
I don't think it's wrong to do this, because this is not anything new. Gabriel Harvey in the 1590s or even earlier in Elizabethan England, that was kind of his job. He would read whatever, and then he would write synopses, or I forget the word, computates or whatever. It's a Latin word, but he would write kind of like breakdowns of what the papers were and give them to other people. And it's not a new thing whatsoever. But the problem is here, and I frankly haven't done that, but the problem is here that sometimes when you're reading something, what you really are attracted to, and this is where I think modern scholarship is going in general, is some minute detail, and that you say there's something bigger there. And there's a problem with creating a synopsis of a bigger thing. Like I could say, I could give you a 1-sentence synopsis of so many major papers or so many major books, and I don't mean literature, but of scholarly works, and I could give you that 1-sentence synopsis, and it's going to tell you something. But if you don't read the whole thing, you're tossing the baby out with the bathwater. And I wonder with this, in a lot of ways, if we're going to have a lot of students just drinking bathwater. But I think in general, people
aren't they just gonna weigh standardized testing more than the take home
standardized testing
assignment?
is kind of going away.
But the problem with the problem by removing standardized testing.
I mean, it depends on what level.
If you remove that, then all you have left is presentations, exams, and papers. And papers and exams can be cheated with AI.
Yeah, well, I can tell you what they're actually doing in most classes. It depends on what class you're doing. In a lot of classes that are not paper driven, it doesn't matter as much. You really just need to get the subject down.
Well, actually, it does though, because here's the thing: if let's say that your professor does exams outside of class, guess what? AI will give you all the right answers.
But they don't. But they really don't.
Mine did.
Maybe they do. But
Mine did.
I've never had an exam outside of class.
I never had. Well, okay, I take that back. I had one exam my entire undergrad university that was in class, and even then, literally the people sitting around me were just copying and pasting into fucking AI because the professor left the room while they
I
were
can
doing
tell
it.
you in most undergraduate classes, because I think it matters most for the humanities. I think it's just not as much of it might be, but I just think it matters most in the humanities because that in those cases you're handing in a paper that's done
Actually,
outside of class.
hold on.
But
Also, like engineering classes can utilize AI just as much. In programming classes, boy, you better believe that AI is utilized in those.
yeah, that might be absolutely true. I don't know, but in terms of humanities, let's say I know and it's going to take a while, but the unfortunate thing is what's going to happen, and this is a really unfortunate thing. I don't like it. I think it makes for worse papers in any field. They're doing in-class essays, which is how they used to do it a long time ago, and I think it was a bad idea overall.
They
But
did
they're
back in
doing
the
it out of
90s.
necessities.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a long time, and then
Well, that's
once
because they didn't have the
basically once
internet.
personal printers, once
The
word
reason-
processors came about.
The reason why they used to have them do them in class is because professors didn't have access to databases to see if they plagiarized. Because back in the 90s and 80s, or we'll say late 80s plus, you could plagiarize using the, level 1 internet, and they wouldn't be able to tell because they didn't have the infrastructure to see if you plagiarized.
If today you're in and let's just, I don't know, I mean, you could, but if you're in a humanities class and the humanities class the first essay doesn't start with an in-class essay, then I would say they're behind the times and they're not thinking about AI, because overall you have to see the level of what the student is actually capable of. And then if they hand in later something that's totally, there's a huge discrepancy there, then you just know. I mean, it's hard because the prejudice towards AI will actually hurt the tallest copies or whatever, just the overachievers, because then the professors are going to think, oh, this is written with AI when it's really not, because
well, I'll tell you this much. I started university way before AI became a thing in 2023 when it was popularized, and my grades reflect both before and after. I've never had AI write a paper. I've used it to gather peer-reviewed articles, and that's it, because it made it a lot easier for me. But you're right. The problem is, you're right. Education's going to have to change with the times, and it hasn't yet.
Isn't it going to be as simple as having the in-person assignments and in-person exams, let's say weighted at 75% of your grade, and then your take-home assignments in all your projects you take home are 25% of your grade, and they go,
here's the thing.
In terms
hold on, historian. Let's let Jeff finish his sentence. You've been talking for a bit. Let's let Jeff finish.
I feel like, if you can use AI to learn quicker and retain more information, that's great. And then the proof is going to be in the pudding. If a student is acing their take-home assignments and then they write an exam or an in-person assignment in class and they flunk it, they're clearly not using the AI properly. They're just taking what it spits out and not understanding it. So you just have to weight the in-person assignments and exams more strongly. And if you want to take something home and use AI, that's fine, go for it. But then when you get tested and you don't have your computer with you, you're going to be fucked. So
it's going to have to go back to paper test. Yeah,
make sure if you're using AI, you actually understand what it's spitting out, not just
and it's not even
pasting.
It's not even just about learning. I mean, AI could certainly be a great boon for you to help you learn, but I forget the actual wording that you used there, but it's about writing, whatever you said there. But if what's disturbing is almost the discrepancy between what AI is writing and what the students are writing, in terms of that they don't develop the writing skills. And in a lot of jobs, that's actually not important. I mean, if you're I mean, you're not going to go to college necessarily to be a mechanic or whatever, but, and maybe all you have to do is write emails or something. But
At that point, you can
difficult.
buy with
It's
text to
difficult
speak.
to say.
It is
You
difficult.
could,
And
I mean, you could get by with AI your whole life. I think there's a different thing. I mean,
But
college is a
I think-
different thing than what it's meant to be. College, certainly in America, is like, this is going to help you with your job. That's really not what college is meant to be. As it started, it's about you coming into yourself or something, learning a lot more,
Yeah,
understanding a
but
lot
they
more.
they changed
And
the
it's
message.
all about gaming the system now. And
Yeah.
I agree, college is disturbing, and it's not the students' fault. It's frankly the bank's fault, and that's its own discussion that I think is very disturbing, and it's not the students' fault. But the students should not be gaming the system. They should be treating it. I mean, they certainly pay out the nose for it.
But here's the problem.
They should be treating this as a learning situation. If you're going to use AI to help you learn even more than the class could teach you, then great. Then you're being an extraordinary student. But that's not how it's being used. It's used to game the system. And that's where it becomes dangerous.
Here's the thing, and I agree with you completely on that. But from a student's perspective, which I still am in graduate school, I will tell you right now, and I watched a documentary literally yesterday on this that came out 2 weeks ago. And if 98% of students are using AI, they're going to be at the top of the class, which means you're going to do poorer than them. If getting the degree is what is valued at university instead of knowledge, then they're going to do whatever it takes to get the degree, because the knowledge is second importance to that. Like, people see the degree as opening gateways to higher job opportunities versus acquiring education to higher job opportunities. Because why is that? Because universities, like you said, it used to be about personal growth and personal wisdom, and like coming into the field that you are excited about. And now it's universities literally advertise it as, come here, get your degree, have better job opportunities. So they are the ones that tell the students to prioritize getting the degree instead of, like, personal achievements.
Yeah, well, what's disturbing, I mean, we could talk about this for 12,000 hours, not us, but just everybody could talk about this. It's disturbing for everybody. I don't think anybody likes this except for the administration, who makes an extraordinary amount of money, and the banks through loans. But what's disturbing is that where I see the basis of universities, and you can argue it, whatever, but I think it really starts in ancient Greece with Plato, basically, and there's two different schools, and Plato and Socrates before him are fighting against the Sophists. Plato and Socrates, you just get to walk into their school, they'll teach you for free. The Sophists, and they teach you real philosophy. The Sophists teach you almost like a law school thing. They're teaching you about how to argue. You have to pay to visit those classes.
Well, basically, they're saying, we're going to teach you how to win. We're not going to teach you how to have a philosophical debate.
It's disturbing because where I see it, the history of scholarship doesn't come from the Sophists. And if you want to understand what a sophist is today, it's like a Ben Shapiro type. And I'm not saying anything about anything. I'm just saying that's how he works. It's about the argument. It's about how to argue, and it's about how to win arguments. And that's not how scholarship actually works. I don't know. He would disagree, and he'd probably win because he knows how to argue, and he knows how to beat people in arguments. But it is about self-growth, and it's like, I don't know. And I think, unfortunately, and there's a buzzword, or I don't know, something that's going to ruffle some feathers, but I think just capitalism has come into this in a very weird way, and it is the banks, and it's all about loans and these student loans that are like the onus is placed on the students. It's not on the students. It's about the system and the banks themselves, and it's this really disturbing thing. But higher ed education has become a dragon that needs to be slain, and it's a very disturbing thing that it can't support its own way because it's creating hundreds of thousands, if not millions and millions of people who have lifelong debts that are just hurt them so bad. And it's so bad for society. It helps people. I don't know. I won't even continue. But it's higher ed education is a very disturbing thing right now. And if a high schooler came to me and said, "What should I do?" I'd say, well, what are you into? And if they say, I want to make money or something, I'd say, go into a trade. Go to a trade school, because that's where you're actually going to make money and you're going to help people in your life. But it's just it's very disturbing. I don't know where the end is going to come, and I don't think I'll see it in my life. I think it's just going to exacerbate, and that's the most disturbing part of the whole situation. So it's just going to get worse, more expensive.
Well, I would like to open the floor up to Casket. What's your perspective on this? And then after Casket tells his perspective, Casket, take all the time you want. We have like less than 10 minutes until the end. I want to then hear Jeff's response to, like, what are your thoughts about AI? Like, Jeff, I want to know, like, based off of everything the historian has said, based off everything I said, I want to make sure you have enough time in this podcast to also voice your perspectives as well. So we'll start with Casket, and then we'll go to Jeff.
Well, I definitely think people shouldn't use AI to cheat. I think you should, really learn what you're there to try and do. Otherwise, when you get to your job, you're not going to know how to do the fucking thing you're being paid to do.
Can I give a follow-up question on that?
Go right ahead.
Like, where do you see society 10 years from now based off of the fact that 98% of students is utilizing AI?
I honestly don't know.
If you had to take a guess.
Oh, we'd be one step closer to that movie, Idiocracy.
Fair point. You know what? Maybe, here's the thing about Idiocracy that no one pays attention to. In Idiocracy, they have super AI. They have AI. That's what discovers that the main guy's hiding in the house. So they do have AI. They were able to figure out where he was at due to AI. And so maybe AI is what caused them to get dumber, because everyone just kept using it. Any final words from Casket before we go to Jeff?
Rock and roll every day, folks.
All right, Jeff, I want to hear your opinion on AI. Let's hear your perspective as well.
I agreed with a lot of points on yours and historians' perspectives with education and AI and all that. It does make me wonder about just a darker question, which is, if AI is really going to outcompete most human jobs in 10 years, then does any of this matter? Like, any of the discussion that we're pontificating over, it might not even matter in the long run. But that's a discussion for another day. Yeah.
That'll be after we do the eating competition next week. What does this even matter? Like, what will humanity look like in a world where it doesn't matter if you have any intelligence at all? What happens then in a world like that? I guess that'll be the philosophical or open discussion that we have next week. What does that world look like where AI does everything and humans are left to just do what they want and nothing else?
It is kind of interesting that, people always say go into a trade, get blue collar work, and with AI, that's probably proving more true, because I see a lot more white collar work getting automated before a lot of blue collar work does. Because you got to make the physical robots got to have like the perfect hand dexterity to do plumbing. That's extremely hard. That's going to be like 30 years away, maybe 20. But I think it's like the white collar jobs are probably going to go first before the blue collar ones do. So
Can I make a
discussion for another day? Yeah.
I'll make an argument against that.
All right, go for it.
All right. Amazon has purchased Tesla Bot 3.0s, and they plan on removing 90% of Amazon workers by 2030 and replacing them with robots.
I think blue collar work
job.
will be automated. It's just that wave will come after a lot of the white collar work gets
Agreed.
automated. But I'm not
Agreed.
sure.
I don't think it's 20 years away though. I'm thinking like within 5 years. Even my field, the only thing that protects my field is a licensure. Once they pass a law where AI can get licensures, I'm fucked. My job is done. I'm done. I'm fucked forever. But I think that blue collar jobs may within the next couple of years, like the bots that are being developed now. I mean, they obviously are aware of what problems need to be solved in order to make these things work properly, and they're working every day to have them solved. Once we get a good enough AI, it will be able to create bots that can do that. That's not going to be a human that does it. It's going to be an AI that makes bots to replace blue collar. I don't think it's 10 years away. I don't think it's 20 years away. I think at most it's 10. But let's get final words from everybody. And next week we will be doing the first food eating challenge between me and Casket, doing a extra large meat lovers pizza from Domino's. Make sure you buy yours next Saturday and join us at 7:00 Eastern Standard if you want to eat with us. And then afterwards, we can continue the conversation as to what does the world look like after humans don't need to do anything. What happens to humans then? I guess we'll discuss that then. Let's get some final words. Who wants to go first?
I guess I'll go first. Alright, rock and roll every day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And if someone offers you a joint, make sure it's not laced with anything first.
And don't trust anyone under 30.
Exactly.
Well, except for the historian. The historian's all right.
Yeah,
Except
so
for
the
Casket.
50-year-old. I think we should have a poll posted, I guess, in the Casket Discord. But I don't know. I guess it wouldn't work on YouTube. I don't know how YouTube works. But who would win? Who's going to win in this pizza eating fight? Because I don't know. I'm excited
going to be coaching
myself.
Krusty. Historian, you're going to have to coach Casket.
And all right, we will put the poll up tonight, and it'll stay live until we go live for next week. So you have all week to vote in the Casket King Discord server. Sounds like a plan. All right, so Jeff, final words.
Take care and brush your hair, everybody.
Hell yeah, take care and brush your hair. Love that. We got the Canadian, we got Jeff, we got Casket King, and we got Krusty. We got 2 minutes till. I guess we'll go ahead and end it now.
Yeah, let's go and end it now. Goodbye, everybody.
Good night.